Hello, my name is Michelle Carlson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Eagan, Minnesota. Welcome to my card videos. I'll be posting monthly videos to showcase current projects from Stampin' Up! These projects are designed for the beginner and casual paper crafter in mind. I'll be making easy, simple projects that you can use any stamp set, ink, and paper colors to create your own projects. Let me show you what we are working on today. This month, I'm featuring the Florals in Bloom Designer Series paper and the Pretty Florals and the Right Word stamp sets. The Florals in Bloom Designer Series paper is in the 2025-2026 annual catalog on page 43. It is part of the Florals in Bloom Suite collection. This comes in 12 by 12 and you receive 12 double-sided, 2 of each of the 6 designs. It showcases both the in-color collections. The colors that are in the Designer Series paper are Bubble Bath, Cloud Cover, Darling Duckling, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Secret Sea, Shy Shamrock, Strawberry Slush, Summer Splash, and Timid Tiger. Also, I want to make note that this Designer Series paper is on sale this month for August only because it has a 2025-2027 in colors in this Designer Series paper. The Pretty Floral stamp set is on page 42 in the 2025-2026 annual catalog. It is also a part of the Florals in Bloom Suite collection. It has 10 photopolymer stamps and features two-step stamping, which one stamp is the outline stamps and the other is a solid image to color in the details stamp. With the stamps being photopolymer, it makes two-step stamping easy. It also comes with dies to cut out the images, and there are some standalone dies which we will be using today. The Right Word stamp set is in the 2025-2026 annual catalog on page 89. It has 14 cling stamps in the set, and I love the different fonts in these unique sentiments and greetings to use for multiple occasions. Today I'm going to be making for you a fault line card, which is this part of the card, and I'm going to be using two-tone paper as I thought that would give it a unique look. Let's create the project. So these are the pieces that I'm using for the front of the card. You have the card base 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4, your standard card base. You have the Designer Series paper at 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. And then the color layer is 5 1/4 by 4. And then we have the two-tone, one is in Secret Sea and the other in Cloud Cover. This is also Secret Sea, but you can see the difference. So the two-tone has a dark and a light side. So I believe this is the light side, and then this is the darker side. So it's almost, yeah, it matches the dark there. And then Cloud Cover, this is the light side, and then this is the darker side. So, and those are 3 7/8 by 2 3/4. So the first thing we're going to do is figure out which we want on our front. Now I already chose the lighter side Cloud Cover to stamp my sentiment on, which I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday in Secret Sea. So let's do that. So whatever, stamp the sentiment first because then you'll know. And I'm just going to put it in this left or right hand corner, sorry. And then I am going to put these two pieces together if I can. And I think in my card I wanted the darker because I think that will pop better. So let's just do that first. So put the dark and the light, so how you want it to look on the card, at least for the bottom side. We're using all sides because you have get this white core from the inside of, so these are not dyed all the way through. See, that's why you have the white core there. And then we're going to just glue them just a little bit down so you can see the black behind it. Now this, you don't see the white core, so you're going to flip it and go like this. So you're going to see both sides of the color tone, the tone cardstock, which is kind of cool. You can see both sides. So, so we're moving those off to the side. And the first thing we're going to do on the front of our card is glue this down. So just make sure this is a 7/8 and this is 4 inches. So we're just going to have a little 1/16 of an inch on this side, and then just kind of, you know, glue it somewhat in the middle. This is going to be covered, so if it's not exact, it's not a big deal. So I'm just going to glue that down here. And just, I like to give myself plenty of room because I end up smushing out the glue so much that this way, hopefully it won't squirt out when I press this down. And like I said, this is smaller, and that's not a big deal because it's going to be covered. And so next we're going to glue this on top of this. So you're going to have a little edge on the back, which is fine. So I'm just going to glue, make sure, I'm going to put my thumb there so that I don't glue below that, because I want to give myself plenty of, you know, because we don't want it glued all the way to, you know, off the, you know, off the bottom until I want it to, right? So we're just going to make sure, I just want to make sure the sides are even, okay? And then just has a nice little, you know, width between the two colors. And then I'm going to put glue here. And now I'm going to follow this border around so I get a 1/16 inch border, okay? Because this width is also 3 7/8. So with the glue, it's kind of nice that you can have some wiggle room. Okay, and then we'll press that down. And then same with the top. So just put some glue here. I'm going to make sure the cloud cover's on top. Make sure there's a little space there. It's cool how it's a little bit different on top and the bottom. And then make sure it's all lined up properly. Put some glue here. And then again, make sure you get a 1/16 inch border around, which is really tiny. So there we go. That's good enough. Make sure like the sides are even so the DSP isn't showing on the sides. So that looks good. So the next thing we're going to do is fold our card base. And I'm going to use my bone folder to varnish this down so it has a nice crease. I always like to see which is the, you know, side. If it's over a little bit, I always put that toward the back so you have the longer side in the front. Also, it's easier to open up the card that way for somebody, but then you don't see the back. You know, if the back was longer, then you'd see the back side. So it kind of hides the inside a little bit. So then we're just putting that on there, just like so, with like 1/8 of an inch around this time. And then we'll decorate the front. I just wanted to show you the two-step stamping with these photopolymers and show you how easy it is. So I'm just going to take the detailed first. And sometimes it makes sense to do the other, the inside first, but for this one I like the details because then it's just easier to line this up. Now I'm using the same color, but I'm going to stamp off and use the second generation so it's a bit lighter, and then just follow the bumps around and line up the flowers. There we go. Just like that. Now some, like this, that's always going to be like that. Don't worry. And then you're going to take a die. Yeah, I'll show you the die. Then you can just run it through your cut and emboss machine, and it'll come out like this. So I did that also in Petunia Pop and then in Summer Splash to match the colors that were in here already, and not to keep, that's why I didn't do the Secrecy and Cloud Cover, just to do different colors besides those, since we're already bringing them out here in these colors. So, and then I also did the standalone dies of this leaf, or these leaves and stem. So I am going to put on dimensional on the back, just like this. And I'm going to set, going to set this on where I want it on these leaves. So I was kind of going to hide the other ones, but maybe I'll just stick it up here. Well, I'll just put it down here. You can cut these off and, make it how you want it. Like, let me show you the front. So I kind of hid the other leaves, but I cut off this smaller stem. But I think I'm going to leave this on. And, oops, did I put it on the backwards? Actually, I did. Okay. Oopsie. All right, there we go. So make sure you put the front side first. I think I'm going to do something like that. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the leaf. Make sure it doesn't smush out too much. Just kind of lightly squeeze and get some glue on there. Come on. Oh, there we go. And here. Okay. So I can't, this is too narrow to get glue on. So we'll see how this works. Otherwise I might cut it off. So let's go like this, closer to the, and I'll cover that up with the other one. Okay. I'm gonna move this up, and I forgot to put the other dimensionals, but that's okay. So I put a small dimensional on the back, and I want to take, well, let's take this paper off on this side too. So this is what this is showing you what not to do, but it's easy to fix. All right, so now we got that dimensional there. All right, so we got another chance to show you what to do. So what I would do is probably put this on first. And I'm doing a smaller one up here because it's a little bit more narrower. And I think I would also put one in the middle too, just to give it some extra support. And then a bigger one, bigger dimensional here, because we need support for this leaf. So I'm going to put the leaf on, and I will take the paper off of those others. And I think I'm going to bring this down a little bit and take this off before oops. And then this one. All right. And then put a little bit of glue. Oops. And spread that around. Okay. All right. And then put it right next to this one. Okay. And the last thing we're going to do is put on Secret C. These are the 2025-2027 in color flat pearls. These are also on sale. Also, the two-tone papers for the in colors for the 2025-2027 in colors are also on sale. So this whole card is, you can get a lot of the supplies on sale this month. Okay, so I'm just going to add here. So these come in 3 sizes, small, medium, large. I'm just putting the small and medium here. Well, maybe I'll put the medium here and then maybe the large up there. I think I put 2 mediums just because I had a different pack and I was running out of those Secret C ones. So just had to use what I have. And so there's the front of our card. You can also do the inside of the card, and I'll give those directions too, but it's the same size, Secret C or your colored layer, whatever you're going to use. Then I think this is an inch, but I usually do a 3/4 inch layer but it was like a scrap, so I just thought I'll just put on whatever size it is. And then this is a retired stamp, but I really like that sentiment, so it's great for everything. So hopefully you like the cards. Again, here's the other card I made. This is using Darling Duckling and Timid Tiger, and using a different designer series paper in this set. And then I did Timid Tiger flowers, and that's just a die cut that's part of the dies. And then this leaf one, and let's see, yeah. So this is the leaf die, but I cut different pieces so that it'd be smaller to fit behind these flowers, and that's in Granny Apple Green. So this is also uses the 2025-2027 in colors, so you can make that card also. Let me know in the comments which one you like the best, Darling Duckling and Timid Tiger, or Secret C and Cloud Cover. You will find the measurements and product lists on my website, michellesstamping.com, and click on card videos, and in the drop down, click on 2025 cards. If you enjoyed this project, give me a thumbs up and or add a comment below. I would love to hear from you. If you make a card, please feel free to add it to the comments underneath this video. I'd love to see your cards and what stamp set and paper you used. I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and help you with any paper crafting supplies you may need. If you would like a paper copy of the catalog and or to receive my newsletter, please email me at michellesstamping@gmail.com. All these links are below under the video for your convenience. Please click on the subscribe button. It's free to my YouTube channel so that my videos will be in your notifications when I post a new video. Thank you for watching and happy stamping!